We got videos running like this because I press record. It's the quickest way to get into it, right?
I love it.
So, hey guys, I'm Joshua Goossen. I'm with my friend Kamlesh, right?
Kamlesh,
How do you say your last name?
Rangrej.
Rangrej. Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
It's not that bad. Kamlesh Rangrej.
So anyway, guys, we're here at the Empower Network with, we are actually at the Get Money event. And I was just reviewing some, how we got to know each other, right?
Right, absolutely.
We actually met each other through the Facebook group.
That's right.
And that we have through Tony Rush. Now, you've known Tony Rush for quite some time, right?
I've known Tony Rush for 17 years,
17 years.
Right.
All right, and you were just telling me a story. I'm saying this is too good without a camera, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's get this on camera. So how did you meet Tony Rush?
Okay, so...
Wait, real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Tony Rush, let's give you a real synopsis.
Okay.
Tony Rush is a millionaire in this company.
Millionaire,
That's
yes.
right. So he just passed over. He's been working in this, about 16, 18 months?
17 months, right.
And he actually crossed over the $1 million mark, so
That's
he's
right.
made. So
That's right.
Anyway, good person to work with, right? That's
Phenomenal.
who I work with. To Kamlesh
Absolutely.
work with. So anyway, give us a quick synopsis.
Quick
man.
synopsis
Yeah.
of... okay, so...
The story, right? So
the story. So at first, I actually came from Atlanta, Georgia. And I actually then went to Asheboro, North Carolina, which is a small town close to Greensboro, close to Charlotte, sort of, kind of. But anyway, I purchased a small food eatery in the Asheboro Mall, and it was called Mama's Kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen. I told my kids I want to take them to Mama's Kitchen.
Yeah, take them to Mama's Kitchen in Asheboro. I don't know if it's still there or not, but anyway. So anyway, next door to Mama's Kitchen was a bookstore, and happened to be a tall, good-looking, much younger man at that point named Tony Rush, who was the assistant manager of the bookstore next to my restaurant.
Right.
And at that time, Tony was making $6.25 an hour.
That's $6
Yeah,
and 25 cents
an hour,
right?
So Tony was a great guy. He would come over for breakfast, lunch, if he could afford it, because at $6.25 you really can't eat out much.
He was telling us about his grilled cheese sandwiches last night.
I had the best grilled cheese sandwiches and the best homemade chili. But anyway, so I was there for about 3 years, so I really got to know Tony very well. Folks, he's the most sincere, kind-hearted, generous, humble person I've probably ever met.
You bet he is.
He's the same guy today as he was 17 years ago.
Just $1 million cheaper.
Just $1 million cheaper 17 years ago at $6.25 an hour.
So I got a question here. So so 17 years has passed, right?
17 years has gone, yeah.
So how did you
Fast
get back
forward.
connected with Tony?
So I got connected back with Tony in January. I'm going through Facebook, and I have a friend request, as I pretty much do every day, so I thought no big deal. Let me open it up, and it said friend request from Tony Rush. And I'm like, Tony Rush? I knew a Tony Rush back in Asheboro 17 years ago.
Right.
And it happened to be the same Tony Rush.
Right.
So, of course, I accepted, confirm, and the first thing I get from him is, man, Kamlesh, I can't believe I remember how to spell your name, which is a long, hard name if you know the name. But anyway, so Tony, that's how I connected back with Tony. So I connected back as a friend on Facebook in January of 2012.
Wow. So that's pretty awesome, right? Because now you're connected back with an old friend. So,
that's right.
All right, so take us through the scenario, because so many people are always asking this question, right?
Right.
And I get them on Facebook all the time. All of a sudden I see, hey, my name is Josh. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. Here, look at my business.
Right.
And it's
all
like,
the time.
that's not something you want to do, because it's not cool, right?
Absolutely not.
So take us through the scenario on what Tony Rush did with you.
Okay.
Because obviously now you've got a conversation, because, hey, I knew you from Mama's Kitchen.
That's right.
17 years ago, you're my buddy again, right?
Absolutely right.
And I mean, obviously, he didn't just say, "Hey, here's my link."
No,
right?
absolutely not.
So what did he do? Just take us through that scenario.
So again, on Facebook, we connect. We're kind of talking back and forth, and so as we're going along, I'm seeing Tony's posts, just cool, casual posts, not really talking about anything in particular, except he's always traveling. He's always doing something.
Working from home.
Working from home. Well, actually, at that point, I don't think he still was. I don't think he still was.
Right.
But he's always doing his fun, exciting things, spending more time at home.
Yes.
And again, I think he may have been, at home.
I kind of saw a transformation there with him, right? Over a couple of months, right?
You're right. And especially this is the same guy I knew 17 years ago, very sincere, very deliberate in everything he says and does. So as we're going along, finally, I have to ask him. So I send him a message, Tony, what is this thing that you're doing?
Right.
Jet setting, flying everywhere.
So wait. So his lifestyle made you question what he was doing. So not the other way around. I'm not pushing my business on you.
No,
right?
never once. Let me say this again.
Right.
Joshua, never once did he ever say, hey, here's my business, here's my link, come check it out, man.
Right.
Not
right.
once. That's not how Tony is. That's not how we go about this. So a few months go by, I send him a message, Tony, what are you doing? He sends me a link to the video.
Right.
Doesn't talk about it, sends me a link. So I check the video out, I'm like, okay, this is good, but okay, that's all it is.
Right.
So I just we kind of go on a few more months, and so I ask him again because he's doing more things.
So you were stupid and didn't get in right away. It's all right.
Stupid is probably an understatement. I was a moron, idiot. Yeah, you call me whatever you want to call me. But anyway, so I ask him again in another couple months, Tony, what is this thing you're doing? It's phenomenal.
Right.
Once again, what does he do?
Sends me
the link to the business. So
he doesn't explain anything, right? He's not going through the whole process.
That's not Tony's style.
That's right.
So look at the same video. I'm like, okay, I've seen this, but anyway, we move on another few months. I ask him a third time, folks. I'm thinking 3 strikes and you're out. It's your loss.
Right.
Because I'm such a genius. It's your loss. So I ask him again a third time. What does he do?
Right. He sends you the link.
Sends me the link.
Right.
So all right, I'm done asking. So finally, we're now in October, late October 2012. And I see Tony has just passed the $100,000 for the month mark.
So wait. Per month, right?
Per month. In the month. So what happens to most of us when we hear about a guy we've known at $6.25 an hour who's now making, I don't know, how much does that translate to an hour?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't care. But it's a lot. It's a lot more than $6.25.
Right?
Yeah.
You figure the math.
Carry the one. I don't know what it is. However, just like dog or whatever, my ears perk up.
Sure.
Real, I'll be firm. And I'm like, Tony, as your friend, as your buddy, as your boy, as your Ashboro homie,
From
what are you doing?
Kitchen,
From Mama's
giving you
Kitchen.
grilled cheese
I give you the
sandwiches.
grilled cheese sandwich. And maybe sometimes I may have not charged him. I don't know. But so I ask him, what is it you're doing? He sends me a link to the video. I'm like, no, Tony, cut the crap. What are you doing? He goes,
because by now you're really curious.
I want to do what he's doing to earn $100,000 a month because I'm not at $100,000 a month.
Right.
So he says, and this shows you his true person, his true character. He says, Kamlesh, I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm not going to talk to you about it because if you do it and whatever happens, I don't want this to come between our friendship.
Right.
That's the sincerity of Tony Rush.
Right.
And so I'm like, you know what, dude? It's not going to. He sends me a page to join. And so I see, okay.
But he said something like $25. We're not getting married, right?
Well, the join page said $25. So I sent him another message, Tony, $25? And now again, this man just made $100,000 in a month. Tony, I don't have $25. So he says, Kamlesh, really? I'm not asking you to marry me. I'm not asking for your firstborn
A
child.
liver transplant.
I'm asking for $25.
Right.
So again, what do I say? Tony, $25.
Right.
Do you understand how much $25 buys? Not much.
Not much, right.
But in my mind, the mentality is $25.
Right.
And so this is what attacked my ego, my manhood, and typically that's how you get to us guys. He said, Kamlesh, then maybe this isn't the right opportunity for you.
That's the demasculating comment right there.
If $25 is going to cause you this strife and stress and tension,
Don't worry about it.
it's just not the right thing for you.
Right.
So all of a sudden, the chest, comes out a little bit. I'm like, I'm going to show you.
Right.
That's what got me in 6 months ago, almost 7 months now, and it's been the ride of my life.
So you've been through some of the products, right?
Yes.
And they're bar none beyond anything that we've ever
Never
learned.
seen anything like it.
Ever, right?
I mean, college, everything, job training, everything I've seen, this is just it, and it's just priceless.
Right. I guess, guys, the thing that I wanted you to see here is as we ones like that,
Right.
as you start to connect with these people, don't just send them your link and say, hey, get in. You know what? I've been guilty of that. So I was guilty of that this morning. So, but, you know, we've known each other for such a long time that it was kind of working the same way and say, hey, you need to check this out. Just get in, right? And it's important to understand that you just don't want to spam your links and just send them out to people. I mean, that's because people are going to get in when they're ready.
That's right.
When they're ready.
Absolutely.
I mean, it took you, what, 3-4 months before you were even prepared to start the process.
It had to be 10 months.
10 months.
10 months, well, yeah. It took me about 3 months to question it, to inquire about it, but it took me 10 months to join, folks.
Right. Plus 17 years, because Tony's been through so many other programs.
Yes, he
I mean,
has.
this isn't his first rodeo, right? So, you know, it's important to remember that. So I just wanted to meet with you, and thank you so much. And I hope that you provided value for, you know, my people, and you can take this video as well. But, you know, we provide value for you guys, and that's the important thing that you guys need to understand is that we're here for you, and I believe in you.
I do as well.
Exactly.
It's all about you, for you. I believe every one of you can do this.
Exactly. I mean, just get started. Stick your toe in the water. Let's see what the temperature is. We'll move forward, and then we start getting you moving into each individual aspect of it. So.
And again, in the words of Tony Rush, I'm not asking you to marry me. I'm not asking, even though I am a pretty handsome guy. But
You single? Not for long.
I'm sorry, honey.
Me too.
But $25, get in, and then start asking questions.
Right, we're not mortgaging your house, we're not selling a kidney. I mean, there's, you know, it's just, I've spent more on that for dinner with my wife and I, right?
Matter of fact, this morning for breakfast in Chicago, I spent $10 for breakfast.
That's good.
Isn't that ridiculous?
I spent 45.
You win surprise.
So, I mean, you know, all you guys got to do is just get between the money transfer and realize that in this universe, there's more than enough for each of us. And it's just getting between the money transfers. Like, as marketers, as anybody, right? If you see that money flowing between people, all you have to do is step in between, and you can take your reapings off of that, right? Get yourself from that. So, and that's all we're doing. We're just stepping in between the money transfer. So, get your piece of the pie, right? So, I hope this helps you guys out. Hope it's provided value for you. Chemlish, awesome, man.
It's a pleasure, man.
So good, so good.
Definitely. All right, brother.
So good, man. All right, you take care.
All right, guys.
I'll send you the. I'm going to send you the link on this puppy, right?
Let me have